Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon on Fernandez Files. Basically a list of today's top stories that matter to you, that matter to me, that matter to our community, things to be aware of as you kick off the second half of your workday. So today I wanted to chat a little bit about a couple stories in particular. So crews responding to a fire at the former Crossroads Mall site. That was the first story I want to touch on. Also, Arbella Caracta did a great story on these parents from Gretna that are tackling bullying concerns that they're having about their 8-year-old son, and they went to the superintendent and weren't satisfied, and so now they were at Monday night's board meeting expressing their concerns there, so we'll get into more details. And then did you see the snow this morning? Were you out and about walking around outside with the snow flurries? It looks like it stuck in some areas as I take a look outside, but yeah, more wacky weather to come, so we'll get to that as well. So let's chat about this former Crossroads Mall site fire. You can find this story on our website. That's firstalert6.com. So again, here is this fire. This is on our website, as I mentioned, but here's the main image for you that I kind of paused it there just to give you a better look at what exactly is going on out there. So basically this story, Omaha fire crews were dispatched to a fire at the old Crossroads Mall site this morning. Citizens actually called this in, so that's great. You guys are helping everybody out. First reported the fire around 7:20 a.m. This is around 73rd and Cass. Now, we do have an update for you this morning. The Omaha Fire Department said the crews on arrival found flames and smoke from the north side of a vacant building. And they unfortunately had to access the newly paved roads or newly poured roads at the Crossroads redevelopment site to access this fire. So the slow to happen redevelopment is going to be even slower, it appears. Now, meantime, according to OFD, the building was unsecured at the time of the fire, and there was evidence of squatters in the building here. So that is definitely something of note. The cause of the fire, though, is still under investigation, and thankfully, OFD says there were no injuries to report, but damages, unfortunately, as we report with several of these fires. This one estimated to be roughly $50,000. So this is a developing story, and you'll want to stay with us on air and online as we do have the latest for you. So that was our first Fernandez file for you today. Reaching deeper into my metaphorical file for you, chatting about Gretna parents speaking out again about the bullying of their son now. Arbella Caracta did a great story on this for you that you can watch again on our website, firstalert6.com. So I'm going to actually head over there right now, and again, I've paused that video to kind of give you a better idea of what that board meeting looked like Monday night. So this story, a Gretna couple, they're calling for accountability essentially, and they say their third grader's been a target of a bully at school. They're wanting this to stop, okay? So according to their son, he says he's been physically and racially bullied by one student in particular, and the parents are asking that child be removed from their class. So we do have more information here for you. One quote for the mother that really stuck out to me personally. She says, quote, after attending this board meeting, not one of them mentioned how they're going to uphold policies. They just had automated responses. So I'll leave the rest of this quote and the rest of the story for you as a web extra. So head there to firstalert6.com if you would like the details on this story, but again, that's the main story for you. Okay, now the third Fernandez file of the afternoon, I should say, is, the weather. Everyone was talking about the snow out there, the flurries. We've actually seen flurries, well, in the Blackstone district here, I do know that, at least once before, but this one really seems to be sticking, okay? So Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord has this Tuesday morning forecast update for us. He's been updating it throughout the day, so that's how you know wacky weather is in store. So let me head back over to our website, firstalert6.com. Just kind of want to show you something to keep in mind. So when you head to our website, we do have 2 weather alerts in effect here. That's in the blue tab on the left-hand corner, and then this gives you a link to First Alert 6 weather. So I clicked on the 2 weather alerts in effect. So there's a special weather statement for Cass, Iowa and Crawford, Iowa, and this is talking about scattered snow showers. And roads there have become partially partially snow covered in some areas. So again, a web extra for you if you'd like to go into the details on that one. Now let's head over to our first alert weather day. Okay, so this is the day we're going to be chatting about. So Friday is the red flag day, as it were. Fast forwarding, however, back to today. Let's take a live look outside before we get to Friday, right? So what's happening today? Here's a live look from our Blackstone camera. My goodness, just look at those tempestuous clouds up there. Scary. Not too scary though. Okay, so Rusty says increasing clouds throughout the day. You can see the sunshine trying to poke through. There's a little bit of blue sky there on your screen. We'll see if that happens. He says a 70% chance of on and off snow showers, generally less than half an inch, so that's good. The high today expected to be 38 degrees. Then tonight, a 70% chance of more snow showers, up to a half an inch possible with a low of 14. So it's getting cold out there. Let's take another look from our First National camera. You can see the wind blowing in this shot with the American flag. Look over the Missouri River for us. Wednesday, partly cloudy, breezy, a high of 23. Thursday, 30% chance of morning light snow, mostly north, with a high of 22. Here's a look at 144th and Dodge for you right now. Okay, so a little brighter shot from what we saw on our Blackstone camera. It looks like those clouds are dissipating in this shot anyway. And it appears that traffic is flowing smoothly, so that's the good news. Now, for the first alert weather day, dun dun dun. Okay, so Rusty says we can expect a best chance of getting a snowfall on Friday. Let's head back over to our website. Now that I scared you, let's look at some of the facts here, right? So here's our first alert weather day, and this is how it's shaping up right now, so this will likely change. So Friday, he says, starts as a mix on Friday afternoon, changing to snow by the evening. Slick conditions for the evening commute. So that's something you really need to take into account if you are driving Friday evening. Perhaps you're meeting someone out for drinks or some food or some dinner. You know, you want to make sure that you're staying safe out there. And, you know, I will quote Rusty here. He sent out an email earlier saying, you know, quote, it's quickly becoming a complex forecast week, so stay tuned, right? So that is basically what you want to do. And on FirstAlert6.com, you also have these winter threats, right? So Friday afternoon into evening, he's saying there's a mix here, so this is low and kind of getting into that, you know, yield colors, if you will. Snow, switch to snow after sunset, and then the wind. And that's kind of the main alert. I should just say that if you do want to hear Rusty's forecast in its entirety, you can head to our website, firstalert6.com, and he will have all those highlights for you available there. Now, in the meantime, just want to say thanks so much for joining us at the Alert Center. We hope you stay warm out there. It's not too chilly out there just yet, but it's coming. And again, watch out for that first alert weather day on Friday. Again, those conditions are in flux, so they could change between now and when Friday actually comes around. But at this point, it looks like evening commute is going to be a bit sketchy out there with snowfall that actually might stick on the roadways. So be safe if you have plans on Friday evening. And again, thanks so much for joining me, and stay safe out there on the roadways. I know that some snow has still stuck on the ground from this morning. We'll be sure to see you for our broadcast coming up at 3 o'clock. Until then, have a wonderful day.